Those are power poles. Those are right-of-ways that the taxpayers pay for. We have right to ride horses down this.
Good old Donnie Boy still president. When is he coming back?
Let me rephrase this since you asked me the other night.
No, when is he coming back? You think he's coming back?
I don't know for sure.
But when do you think?
Could be this month.
Like what day?
I don't know.
You said this month, so by the end of April, good old DT is going to be our president again.
I don't know.
What do you think?
The military's in control right now.
Joe Biden's not in control. The military?
I'll tell you why.
Tell me why.
He hasn't been allowed in the Pentagon.
Uh-huh.
He has not been given the nuclear codes.
Uh-huh.
He does not fly in Air Force One. Trump does.
Okay.
This is why I think Trump is still considered president by the military.
Uh-huh.
The election was stolen.
Stolen.
And that proof is coming out right now.
Okay.
Rethink what constitutes moral sexuality. Because we live in a society where age of consent law is the gospel. Age of consent law, if you violate that, crucify the man. Female teachers are having sex with middle school boys all the time. Nobody cares about that. But it's a large age gap between an older man and a younger girl. God forbid. But homosexuality and trans and in between and this and that, no, but that's all perfectly okay. I think society that we live in has to rethink a little bit what they believe is moral and immoral sexuality. Large age gap, 17, I don't know that that's really a world-shattering, terrible thing. I don't even know that it's necessarily immoral other than that it was premarital. If Matt Gaetz had married her, I'd say, well, if he married her with her consent and the consent of the parents, this is completely moral. It's very traditional. And honestly, this is how it always used to be. But what you're supposed to do, I guess, is go to college, have lots and lots of sex, and experiment and do drugs and go on your careers, and then you're supposed to get married at like 32 or something, right? I guess that's a moral way. Anyway, so that's my first reaction as I see that. And I put it on Twitter. I said, 17, so what? Who cares?
Montero, Call Me By Your Name music video, Lil Nas X is doubling down on his demonic imagery with the new Nike release, quote, Satan shoes. The classic Air Max 97s have been revamped by collaborators with the underworld in mind, coming in a limited edition stock of 666 pairs, each individually numbered 666 in red and
That said, rush the border, collapse this country. Our reporters were out here a few days ago. You told them they can't be here. Those are power poles. Those are right-of-ways that the taxpayers pay for. We have right to ride horses down this, to walk down this, do whatever we want right here. You're putting these barriers up right here. This right here violates state and federal law. This is an illegal encumbrance, like everything else you're doing. Everything you do is a goddamn crime. And just because you come and wave your finger at us doesn't make you the boss. It's what you call color of law, just like they're doing smuggling these children in here. This whole thing's a goddamn fraud. All of this is taxpayer paid for. All of this is a giant criminal fraud. All of this. Stay out of my space, buddy.
I'm out of here.
Too, the whole age of consent thing is really a feminist social construct. I'll just put that out there. Because what are we really talking about here? Why are people so upset if somebody is 17 rather than 18? Well, that's because in the state of Florida, the age of consent is 18. It just so happens that the age of consent in Illinois is 17, and in other states, it's 16. And it varies from country to country and state to state. But if the age of consent is 18 in Florida, then it is the worst thing possible that you're, dating somebody that's a year younger, right? End of the world. I will say that, let's think about what's really going on here. Age of consent means the age at which an adult can consent. Do we really believe that you have to be 18 years old in order to consent to sex? Otherwise, it's rape? Are we really supposed to believe that people, adults, grown adults who are past the point of puberty engage in a relationship? and that becomes a rape. To me, what I think age of consent is about is really, and I've said this before on the show, it's not a new take. I think what it's really about is artificially increasing the sexual marketplace value of older women. I think that's really what it's about.
What I'm talking about, Steve, is what I have been doing since January 9th. All the evidence I have, everything is going to go before the Supreme Court, and the election of 2020 is going bye-bye. It was an attack by other country, communism coming in. I don't know what they're going to do with it after they pull it down, but it's
hang on a second.
Hold on. Donald Trump will be back in office in August.
Why? No one need her for election. It's an American flag. No, it's a goddamn racist flag. It's not a racist flag. Yeah, it is. You're not stupid. Yes, you are. No, I'm not. Yes, it's not a racist flag. Yeah, it is. It actually. Why don't you actually YouTube what the flag actually represents? Oh my God, when I don't know what it actually looks like. Do your research before you actually come to me and sound like a fucking retard. And I'm the fucking retard? You're the one coming to me telling me to remove a flag. Yes. It's a freedom that fly that flag. It's a flag, and it's not racist. Do your research. Maybe you should. Okay.
This is the flag the kid wanted me to remove. I see no problem with it at all. Uneducated little bastard.